Hey guys, this is a Hagrid's hut mock I built, and you can purchase the instructions at removeable.com. I'll put a link in the description below. For those of you who watched my previous video, you're probably wondering when I'm going to get to working on that Hogwarts mock. And in that video, somebody reached out to us asking if we could feature what we had so far in a brick film they were working on. And so we actually agreed to help them out, and that's why the mock is on hold as of now. But to tie us over for the week and keep us busy, I decided to make a video on this mock. It took about 6 days to build, and as you can see, it works really well with minifigs. And with that out of the way, let's take a look at it. So we have Hagrid here, and the Executioner, Fudge, Dumbledore, Harry, Ron, Hermione. So obviously this Hagrid's hut is based off the depiction from Prisoner of Azkaban. As you can see here, it's got both the larger octagon section and the smaller octagon section, and it's got walls that go all the way around. I achieved this seamless technique by using cheese slopes on their sides, so there's very little gaps all the way around. Now, when I designed this mock, I really wanted to make something that had a presentable exterior as well as a fully detailed interior. So let's take a look at that. Now, when you finish building the mock, if you build it yourself, you're going to want to take off the bigger cone first, and then the smaller cone just pops off like that. And there's some central beams here. You can pop these off. Come off pretty easily. And then the whole thing will swing open. As you can see, there's a dresser in the back and a little cabinet here, and those will split down the center so that we can open. So let's take a look at that. Just show you one side at a time. So let's look at this room in here. So here is the main room that we see in most of the films, and here we have the fireplace, which actually in the movies doesn't line up with the chimney, so I wanted to get that accurate, even though it might not make complete sense, but that's the way they had it in the movies. So let's start here with the table, which we have a slice of cheese, this blue saucer, and a teacup. There's a pot, and this egg is supposed to represent Norbert. And then here, if we just put this back on here, we have a cauldron in the fireplace. There's 2 fire pieces squeezed in there. And then here is Hagrid's armchair. There's a little quilt or knitted blanket. All of these details I tried to capture as well as I could from the studio set that they actually used for the movie. And there's a really cool 360 video you can find on YouTube. That's what I used for most of the details here. And we have a little table here with a silver goblet. And then in the smaller room, there's the dresser I mentioned earlier with a letter, and this letter says Harry on it. It's actually hidden until you open it. It's hidden behind here, and then once you open it, you can actually get access to it. And then we have a bed, which is this dark orange and sand green color scheme, and Hagrid has a lot of animals in his hut, so I decided to put a bunny right here. And then on this side, if you turn it around, we have this quill, and it's in this ink jar. And then we have a crate that can actually pop this off of this jumper. There's a crate, there's a crossbow and a key. And then we have another stool right here. And then if we just put this back, we have the other side of the bigger room. So Hagrid also has a lot of crates and different cages for the animals to be transported in, and So I built those here. So there's this one here and this brown smaller one back here, and there's also a lot of pots, so I used some bucket pieces and various. This is the same cauldron piece in dark orange, and they're stacked up here, and then there's a basket, and I put a frog in the hut too. And then we have this lantern piece, which actually is representing a cage right now, because he also has cages hanging from the ceiling. And then on this side we have a carton of milk, a cookie, and this little tin is actually supposed to represent the one in Prisoner of Azkaban when Hagrid finds Scabbers and gives it back to Ron. And then we have a squirrel here and a spider. Inside the barrel is Hagrid's pink umbrella wand and a shovel. And then we have various pots and pans hanging from the walls here. And then that's about it for the interior. I also wanted to point out that when making the hut, I wanted to have certain features actually functional. So even though the doors are built out of various pieces, they still open. So this smaller one opens inward, and then the larger one opens out. And I'll just show you that from the outside because it's a little easier to see. So here we go. There's the door open, and I'll just close it up again. Now I'll show you how to assemble this again. So this is using a very simple technique here, where we have these modified ratcheted joint plates, which clip in very loosely to these black clip plates. So it provides a sturdy enough connection, but it's also easy to remove. And then same thing here with the smaller octagon. And then what you want to do is, again, in reverse order, put the smaller roof on first, and it just lines up with the stud connections. And then this one has a piece here, which when you're building it, you have to make sure that this rectangle is lined up so that the openings for example, the chimney is lined up with the chimney so it can go around it. And then this has to line up so it's perpendicular to the central beam, because these are caught on either side of it. So it's going to go in just like that. And you can just push these down if they come up, and they should rest exactly where you'd want them to. And there we go. That's Hagrid's hut. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions, suggestions. If you have any ideas for any expansions on this or anything like that. I was thinking about building the pumpkin patch and maybe some terrain underneath it. But for now, this is Hagrid's hut. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully we'll have some progress on the castle itself. And yeah, bye for now.